Alright, Akim, Shalom.
There's so little
Part
oil
2.
per ear of corn that it takes 98 ears, or 12,000 calories of corn, to get you 5 tablespoons of corn oil. 625 grapes, or 2,800 sunflower seeds, will get you 5 tablespoons of grapeseed or sunflower oil. So a long industrial process is dedicated to ripping oil out of these tiny seeds. As mentioned earlier, polyunsaturated vegetable fats oxidize very easily. Oxidize simply means to react with oxygen. This is how metals rust, and this is why meat that you leave out turns brown after a while. Oxidation changes the structure and properties of fats for the worse. McDonald's actually used to fry their fries in beef fat, which was a really good idea because it tasted better, and the saturated fat in the beef fat is very resistant to oxidation. It's been common knowledge for a very long time that it's the unsaturated fats that are fragile, and polyunsaturated fats are far more fragile than monounsaturated fats. The main polyunsaturated fat in vegetable oil, linoleic acid, is 40 times more prone to oxidation than the monounsaturated oleic acid you find in olive oil. This is why your expensive bottle of olive oil is dark green and says to store it in a cool, dark place. Olive oil is mostly monounsaturated fat, but 10% of it is fragile polyunsaturated fat. Since light, exposure to oxygen, and especially heat all speed up oxidation, the olive oil will oxidize faster and worsen the flavor if you don't store it properly. That's because when fats oxidize, they produce oxidation products that give the fat a bad flavor, and these oxidation products are actually toxic. For example, the toxic aldehydes are one of the fat oxidation products. In fact, acetaldehyde is thought to be what makes you feel terrible during a hangover. Professor of bioanalytical chemistry in the UK, Martin Grutfeld, received some press for suggesting that vegetable oils are not a healthy cooking oil, despite the National Health Service saying so. His research showed that meals fried in vegetable oil contain 100 to 200 times more aldehydes than the daily limit set by the WHO. So if you must fry your foods at high temperatures, the far more resilient saturated fats like coconut oil or butter produce far less of these harmful compounds. Ironically, the reason McDonald's switched to frying everything in vegetable oil was thanks to Phil Sokoloff, a Nebraskan millionaire who in 1985 began spending his personal fortune on his crusade to stop others from consuming so much saturated fats, which Sokoloff thought were responsible for his heart attack. His extensive anti-saturated fat marketing campaign was effective, and eventually, McDonald's backed down and swapped oxidation-resistant beef tallow for easily oxidizable vegetable oil in 1990. The intense processing necessary to simply get the oil out of tiny seeds and into bottles easily damages them. Heat is a great way to oxidize fats, and vegetable oil is repeatedly heated long before it ever arrives in a kitchen. There are many steps to create edible oil, and several...
Look at that. Look at that, man. Look what Esau's done. Look, you throw the seeds in here, and it goes through all of this, all these little heating chambers and tubes, man. Alright? I mean, we're living in hell, okay? I wonder why we get all these diseases, okay? Overweight, alright? And I'm currently suffering from acne, alright? At age 23, okay? Like in certain, I got these patches of acne by my jawline, okay? And I think it's because of these cheap vegetable oils, because of my diet, okay? I'm gonna slow down on heated foods. I'm gonna eat more fruits and vegetables, man. I'm even gonna lay low on the sugars, okay? Even if it comes from fruit, okay? I'm gonna start fasting more, okay? So yeah, man, look at this.
oil, and several of them involve very high heat. The oil is heated to 80 degrees Celsius during the acid wash process. In the neutralization process, the oil can get up to 95 degrees Celsius.
The bleaching earth step is carried out between 90 and 110 degrees centigrade for 30 minutes.
At this point, the so much that it's rancid and would taste terrible and smell awful if you ate it as is. This is why there is a final intensive deodorization process. During this extensive deodorization process, the oil is heated once again and can reach as high as 260 degrees Celsius or 500 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 125 degrees hotter than the temperature needed for deep frying. There's something called the Israeli paradox. Israel has one of the highest omega-6 polyunsaturated fat consumptions in the world. Their omega-6 consumption is 8% higher than the USA and 10 to 12% higher than most of Europe. To quote this paper, despite such national habits, there's a paradoxically high prevalence of cardiovascular diseases, hypertension, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. Now, the other thing about the fragile polyunsaturated omega-6 linoleic acid in vegetable oils is it's still problematic even if not heated. Heat isn't the only way to oxidize vegetable oils. They can oxidize just sitting on the shelf. Walnut oil, for example, which has plenty of linoleic acid, will readily oxidize in just a matter of days while simply sitting in storage, as you can see here. Vegetable oils also oxidize while sitting in your body, creating toxic oxidation products like an aldehyde called 4-HNE. 4-HNE is actually considered to be the most toxic aldehyde, and this compound has been associated with aging, heart disease, diabetes, and Alzheimer's. Neuroscientist Tetsumoto Yamashima has done plenty of research on vegetable oils and 4-HNE. He's published multiple papers on the damaging effects of this compound and why people need to avoid vegetable oils because they oxidize into 4-HNE in our bodies. This book of his is titled Stop Eating Vegetable Oils to Save Your Brain and Blood Vessels. He's even gone as far as to say that the real culprit behind Alzheimer's disease is vegetable oil. Now, that's just the research of one neuroscientist, but other research like this done at the Lewis Katz School of Medicine at Temple University found canola oil in the diet to be associated with worsened memory, worsened learning ability, and weight gain in mice. Also, Alzheimer's prevalence happens to correlate with vegetable oil consumption, but again, this is just a correlation. Do you ever feel more tired than you should be, like you're just low on energy and can't concentrate for seemingly no reason, and you're thinking, is it normal to require this much coffee just to muster the energy to function? But what is energy when you're talking about the body? Here's a pop quiz. What do breathing, food, cyanide, and Star Wars all have in common? Midi-chlorians, microscopic life forms living in the cells of living things that determine your propensity to use the Force. Actually, no, but midi-chlorians
Well, you get the gist, Akim. I'm gonna show you part of a video I was watching earlier.
emit heat in the form of infrared radiation. So, is the
Brother from Kansas City. It was towards the end of his video.
You know, you people fighting off every lifeline you can get from this damn devil. Which he's not for your life. He's not for saving your life. Alright, I'm talking about Israelites, man. Okay? Anyway, and it says here, though he humbled himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt not be as him as thou hast wiped the looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rough have not always been wiped away, because a rust agent, rust is a corrosive agent. So what happens if you don't kill rust at source? It spreads. It's like a parasite ball. Okay, you don't stop the rust and you don't cut out the prime metal, replace it with something new. It will contaminate the whole being. Okay, so this is how he solves wicked sins. Just because it appears that he's being a philanthropist or claims to be a humanitarian whatsoever doesn't mean that he really feels that way about you people, man. All right, because he's so.
I'm gonna show you the part 2.
He hates life. He hates anything that has to do with life and prosperity. Okay, he wants a cold, dark world. He doesn't want it to be a warm climate. He doesn't like sunny skies. He doesn't like clear skies. He likes cold, frigid temperatures. Okay, he likes cloudy chemicals. He doesn't like light. He doesn't like clean oceans. He likes polluted oceans. Okay, Esau rather a dirty ass river before you drink from a cistern of fresh, pure water, man. Okay, and that's the type of demon that we're dealing with, man. For all you Israelites out there that seem to forget your damn place. All right, but anyway, I'm gonna just end it there, giving all praises and glory.
Yeah, but that part right there is what sparked this lesson. So I'm gonna bring out some scriptures. You know, I was just brainstorming some scriptures that popped up in my head. It was these first two right here, Psalms 10:4. The wicked through the pride of his countenance. Okay, Esau thinks he knows everything, thinks he's smart, and thinks he could override the creation of Yahweh Shemiel Shah with these, specifically in this situation, you know, these highly refined vegetable oils. Okay, the wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts. Okay. Because if he was in the thoughts of Yahweh, if Yahweh Shemiel Shah was in the thoughts of these wicked, which are in rulership right now, they wouldn't be messing up the earth like this. Okay, switching out saturated, healthy monosaturated fats, vegetable oils with unsaturated vegetable oils, highly refined vegetable oils. Okay, which obviously lead to extremely bad health issues, man. Long-term health issues, okay? Because, you know, like I said, Esau's the walking dead, man. He's living death. He's death that's alive, okay? This is Luke 20:38, all right? This is why Yahweh Shemiel Shai hates Esau, man, okay? This is, for he is not a God of the dead, but of the living, for all live unto him. Okay, Yahweh Shemiel Shah is not the God of the dead, man. He's a God of the living. Okay, the God of life. Okay, all right. And Esau, all he does is bring forth death. All right, he loves death. He loves blood, killing animals, killing people, killing his damn self. All right, killing the earth. Okay. That's why the Lord says, I hate Esau. I love Jacob, man. All right. Is there unrighteousness with the Lord? God forbid. No. Okay. This is Ezekiel chapter 4. We'll start at 11 through 13. And it says, thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part of him. Okay. The sixth part of I'm gonna have to drink. I'm gonna have to Slakia. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, the sixth part. Slakia. I thought somebody was here. The sixth part of in him, from time to time shalt thou drink. Verse 12. And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes, and thou shalt bake it with dung, and that cometh out of man in their sight. Verse 13 is a point. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread, all right, or defiled food, or toxic food, all right, which is given unto us by Esau Edom, or the wicked. All right, we're gonna have to go to our enemy for the want of all things: food, water, drink, living space, everything, man. Soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, everything. Okay, water, gas, air, lighting, everything. Okay, which is all defiled because Esau's bringing it, giving it to us. Esau's defiling it, messing it up as a child that he is. All right. And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. Okay. And we're eating our defiled, oils. All right. Specifically, that's what this topic is about, are, these highly refined oils, which shouldn't be eaten and ingested and used like this, okay? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, okay? But when the wicked beareth rule, which they're in rulership right now, okay? The wicked of the Bible is ruling the earth right now, okay? But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, okay? You see all around you, man, In this case, you know, look at our foods, look at our oils, man. All right, edible, highly refined oils that damage our body. Okay, you know, people are mourning. Our bodies are mourning. Okay, our bodies. That's why we age faster than. That's why we can't grow as tall and get as big, all right, and healthy and live as long as we used to in the ancient days, man. Okay. Because the wicked, man, because Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is in rulership, messing up the whole earth, messing up everything, man. The courses of the earth, all of the courses are everything's out of course. Slakia. All right, Ecclesiastes 4:13, better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king who will no more be admonished. Okay, and Esau Edom is a foolish king, okay? All right, foolish. Okay, he's in rulership and he's a fool, man. All right, like the apostles and elders like to say, he's a smart dummy. Okay, he's smart to do stupid, foolish wickedness, man. Okay, he didn't. You know, you saw that contraption with all those chambers. That's smart to do. You know, stupidity, man. All for your destruction. Okay. The ways of the Lord lead to life. Okay, everything else leads to death. Okay. Sin, which is transgressions of the law, statutes, and commandments, lead to death, okay? Proverbs 4:16, for they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. And in this case, Esau Edom came up with this grand old smart dumb idea, okay? Smart to do dumb idea to switch out healthy animal fats, butter, you know, animal fats, okay, with these highly refined seed oils, man, okay, to cook with. And look, he's running amok around the whole world, man. So yeah, I pray that this was edifying to the whole select. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahshai, B'Hashem HaRakakodash, DTA, Abba Ball. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.